Yes, Comcast, please behave. Yes.
Turn this down. This is about right. I'd say this is a good range. Welcome in, everybody. We've got our Sunday stream here. Let me get everything adjusted. I know many of you are not used to us without the green screen. This is our Twitch background. It's raining really bad. I didn't feel like putting up the green screen. It's literally sitting right there. It's just Rev being lazy. That's honest to God all that comes down to. Rev's lazy. I do have good news though. I found my server 32 account and my server 63 accounts. I got both of those back, which is actually I'm really happy about. That's a level 29 and like a level 23 account, which is really going to help me with some of the future. I'm gonna move the 29 account into the low 30s, and we're really gonna start going over content there that comes out. So allowed to be lazy on Sundays. Maybe you are. I'm not. Rev's got work to do. Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? Hugo, good to see you. Scott, good to see you. Mo grind, mo probes, mo problems. Well, the plans for February is to try to assist some of the grind. Now, how effective that is, well, obviously we're just gonna have to wait and see. But I can go ahead and tell you that it's a big issue. Like I have spent. This is I hope this is taken sincerely, but like I've literally spent more time with game design and both the community managers talking about like a good conversation about grind time this past month than ever before. So if nothing else, I can say that every concern that has been presented to by the community to them has been heard. Now, whether that actually turns into anything, I can't guarantee. But I can tell you that next month, there are quite a few things coming that are designed around helping the grind. We'll see how that's received. That's obviously all I can really say about that. K92, good to see you, by the way. Today you can find a level 60 account. I don't have one of those K92. If you could, find one for me, it'll be our little secret. I won't tell Scopely if you don't tell Scopely. So, anyway, I just to me, that's good news. Obviously, it's not perfect news because perfect news is that it comes out immediately. But, one of the things that I really harped on was that, look, game content that comes out month one should be fun month one, right? And for a lot of players, the Borg loop wasn't fun because it added grind. And I still to this day don't argue that the rewards are bad. I don't think they're as good as I honestly don't think that they're as good as the Bajoran loop, but I still think they're solid, like they're good, they're worth doing. So then now it's just going through the process of getting them to, do it right. All right, this Antares, let me check real quick because I upgraded my Cavort a little bit. All right, there's not going to be any difference between the Antares and the Cavort, but upgraded ships because we have a leaderboard going on right now. Is anybody going for the Hue leaderboard? Anybody going for Hue at all? I'm real curious how many people are going for Hue. Remove the Borg tokens and research for increased Vidar cargo space. Well, there is research for Vidar cargo space, Steven, but it is a prime. Not sure if it... if you're aware, that already exists, and it's a prime. It's a prime. I need, let's see, I'm currently ranked 14. Yikes. I need, I think, rank 5. 11.4 million. Woof. I need rank 10. I need rank 10 to unlock Q. So... yeah, Prime Vidar Cargo is a $50 Prime. It already exists in the game. Now, that existed before this month, by the way. That is before this month. So, that's not something they brought out this month. Is your request to join your live server night too? So, Fabio, I got to find that account. Like, I literally just found my server 32 account. Because for those that don't know, I moved computers. I got a new computer for the stream setup and everything. And I'm trying to move content over. So server 92 is on the other computer on the other side of the room, but I'm not using it. And I can't remember what the heck the login was. So I haven't been on server 92 in like 5 days, and I apologize for that. But yeah, Dr. Juby, I managed to get my other accounts back, which was good. I went through an email recovery process, found the emails that they were tied to. So that's good. It's going to help with making content for every player, not just higher levels. So with the Vidar Prime Cargo, mine's 975. I think mine was somewhere around 900,000, David, between the Cargo Prime that I have now and then running Stein and 4. I think I finished that Prime, didn't I? No, I actually haven't even finished the Prime yet. Here it is right here. Like, I started researching it yesterday. And now let's take a look at my Vidar. So it is 884 without me running Stein 4 of 11 and 5. So a common cargo that a lot of higher level players are running that have it is running 5, 4, Stein, Strange New World Law below decks, getting well over 1 million, and then just running the Epic Exocomp. Still takes forever, but at least you can do it in one run. So, camping at Ops 14? Hey, go for it. You got to prepare for what's coming, right? There's plenty of coming. Plenty of coming. I have 15 base ratings there. Got a lot of game content, so good thing. Prepare. Shields. Oh man, I got so many things I can upgrade in away teams. I didn't realize I had so many points. Sorry, y'all. I'm all over the place. Factory line, wait, that's for the construction speed. Ooh, that's useful. I know it's 5%. We're going for it. Is the next event also Borg? So February is a Borg month, yes. So February will be month 2 of the assimilation arc. Now, for those curious, no, there will not be an event store. This is the final month of this iteration of the Borg. And no, there will not be an event store. So SOL if you're looking for an event store. I was able to get Q unlocked after the first 2 SLBs, so I get to stand down. I can't. I've got to keep going for it. I've got a Mayflower scrapping. I've got another Saladin building. I've got my Vault keys that I'm probably going to dump some more crystal into. But yeah, that's where Rev's at. I'm really trying to get the top 10 because I want to make a Hue video because there's a lot of positives to Hue. There's a lot of positives to Hue. Will not fill the cargo with 5, 4 Stein. I actually already do, Hugo. I already do. Already do. It's all about, do you get the Exocomp going? Do you get the Exocomp going? Or do you say I can do it, but it comes down to actually having materials. The only real materials I have left is 4-star crystal. Because now it's just hunting down researches for that. So 4-star ore, I'm really, really low on. 4-star crystal I have a crap ton of. Obviously I need that for the pylon, but still. And then 4-star gas, really low on. And then 3 stars, you know, almost no crystal left, but I have ore and gas. I guess I need to go build another boarding. What's up, Sat Rock? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. A shout out to K-Golf from EU170. Copley's rolling out a Canadian upgrade in February. The Vidar, That's a good joke, John. I mean, I'm not saying that's happening, but it's a good joke. I like that. We like a good dad joke here on this stream. This is, we usually save that for Twitch, but I am big on dad joke content. I am very big on it. OG Boxer, that just means that you haven't been coming to the Twitch stream. I just didn't feel like putting up the green screen. This is our Twitch background. You've not been coming to the Twitch stream. What is the average time most people hard camp at Ops 20? A couple months. Honestly, the main reason to sit in Ops 20 for like a short amount of time is simply to make sure you're getting your specialty ships, because the only way to source them is cosmic cleanup. So like, you don't want to rush up without having the Franklin, without having the USS Discovery. You want to make sure you're getting those ships. That also gives you time to invest more into your officers and faction. But it's not really a time thing, because resources-wise, material-wise, you actually fly through the early levels. But it's spacing or pacing yourself to make sure you're getting all the content that you need to get. So, Emmy, dude, everybody's been stuck on that for months. It's getting worked on. No ETA on the thing. Getting worked on. Yeah, hit up the away teams and be turning these in real quick. Away teams, so important. And this is like, if you're not doing away teams, you're hurting yourself. I ran into players who tell me that they don't even touch away teams. I can't understand it for the life of me. Especially when you're in the 40s, if you're not doing away teams, you are Really kill yourself. For discovery, I would say try to max discovery before research. Same, I would do. Need research-wise before passing Op 39. Anything that has a little efficiency icon, any little dollar sign, all that. There's a bunch of research to do at 39 before going to the 40. But anything that has an efficiency icon. Then you also want to get your dock built. You want to have your ships ready. You want to have the ISS Jelly unlocked. There's a lot to do at 39 before jumping into the 40s. So, what is the percentage rep required to start buying level 46 VPs from the away team store? It is 60% for the 46s. It is 80% for like the 42s and the Epic 34s. But it is 60% of the rep starting at the rare 46s. Now, assuming you're also in the level range as well. But just rep. Oh, how much longer I got on that one? 8. Yeah, let's go ahead and blow this. Always want to get these away teams. Please get a critical. Please get a critical. Did not get a critical. Yay. Of course not. Who needs a critical? Nobody needs a critical around these parts. Do I have a dedicated officer? I don't think I have one. Yeah, I've not put anything in a dedicated. I should do. Well, I'm never going to take my row off the boat. I could do 7 though, because he's also got assimilated. His stats aren't bad. We'll worry about that later. What do you suggest is your goal? Stella M score before going to 42? I mean, if you're level 39, your Stella score should be minimum 80. Minimum. And I'm telling you, this is somebody who did not do that. A big problem with me was I did not put enough time in my 30s into the Stella. Your Stella M score should be at least 80 by the time you're heading to the 40. Because if it's not, that means that you're missing out on a lot of research. Important research for your game. Hellbot, good to see you. Back to my auger finally. Got a little spin happy now that I don't need to hoard ore anymore. Apparently you're making a run of the leaderboard. Hey, go for it. Not a bad thing. You're good then 93? Yeah, Fabio. I mean, if you get to 100, that's better. If you get to 100, that's better. But if you're asking the minimum that I say players should be at with their M score at 39, 80, the minimum. If you can get higher, better. Awesome. I don't even have directives for that. So launch it. ATA is acting strange on my account. I have more than a couple with 85% critical chance, which crit all the time, but when an ATA event comes around, even the 90% away missions fail. You know, I've always wondered, and I have no math to break this up, and it's probably just a perception thing, but I always wonder if there are certain times where they make those things fail more often. Like, I wonder. You like that shirt? Thank you. It's my Charlie Sheen shirt. How's my Admiral Kirk leveling? He's as high as I can take him. I ended up finishing 7th in that leaderboard. I wanted to be top 3 because I wanted to get the Spock avatar, but sadly did not happen. My M score is much better than it used to be. Here, look at my M score. Take a look at my M score. It's the only one I got. It's M score 82. Wait, can't see it. See, if I had the green screen, you can see it. It's M score 82. It's 82. If I had my screen up, you could see it. Anyway, M score 82 is my M score, which is much better. Y'all remember just a couple months ago, it was like M score 30. I mean, it was terrible. So, any tips for server merger? There's nothing to do for server mergers anymore. Yeah, server mergers used to be a server competition. Whoever won got to keep the home server, all that. Now, you literally just wake up and you're merged. So, just remember that territory wipes. Like, nobody will have territory anymore, so you're going to have to go through the process of capturing territory. That's a big deal for a lot of people, and that's a difficult one for a lot of... What the heck? Okay. But there's nothing to really prepare for anymore. Like, there's no special tool tips or anything for... It's just get ready to have new friends. That's really all there is to it. There's likely going to be a war that breaks out between the two servers over control of territory, whose top alliance is top. Maybe the top alliance from both servers come together, making a coalition, which is scary for the lower level players. You know, but there's not a way to prep. There's not really anything to do anymore. It's just you wait, you serve your sentence, and you see how it rolls out. And for some servers, mergers are really healthy and good. For some servers, it feels like it makes it worse. It varies. Building event, can you complete that free to play, or is there a payment required? No, you cannot build if you're talking about remember, anything that's listed as a heroic is not something you're going to complete free to play typically. This is a heroic command upgrade. I think free to play will finish this one right here. You'll get the first 4, and then the next 2 require spending. That is also why the rewards are really, really high. Like, you're getting a lot of officer shards. But that is based on, or the heroics are typically spend SMS events, where free to play are also getting good rewards. I think it's like $300 is what you need to spend to finish the SMS. And that's, it's fun. I'm okay with that, because unlike a leaderboard, like you would do a leaderboard and 200 things filled, 200. So if you do a leaderboard, there's no guarantee for anything. A heroic SMS, everybody's getting something. But anything listed heroic, remember, don't expect to complete it free to play unless you just have something really positive go your way. So, all right, got this all going, this all going. It's gonna be a busy Sunday as normal. I need to go do Anomalous Phenomenon, because I always forget, so I'm not gonna forget today. It looks at the moment, once I get to Rep 17 and Shipyard, my best away team members might be moving to Dry Dock C, unless I get more good officers. Dustin, best thing I could say for a low-level player focusing on officers is make sure you're dual faction grinding and dumping every faction credit you get into officer tokens. Every faction credit you get. Your Star Trek Fleet Command account also frees more in the event window. Not really, no. I have like the mini freeze when I hit the help button, but that's it. You have all your pylon BPs as you reach 46. Currently, I have 1/3 of the pylon BPs, and I've got about 1/3 of the required BP, or the required faction credits, to get another 1/3 of the pylon. I'm about 1/3 of the pylon away, and I'm pulling as fast as I can. So unless I just land on a crap ton of faction credits, which when I went to my away teams, I was actually looking for the Romulan Rainbow away missions, and I didn't get it. I got the Klingon one. But anything I can get that pays out more credits, I'm desperately trying to add into my daily grind. So that's also one of the reasons I was so frustrated with Borg, is I have to pull that Borg 600 credits a day. Like, I've got to do that. Got to do that. They really need to change the 3 systems north of Penumbra, level 40 exchange instead of 30. Sure. No opinion on that. Have over 100 alliance gifts? Probably. Yeah. There might actually be right at 99. Well, nope, there was a lot more than that. Benefits of being in the #1 alliance. So, benefits of being in the top. See, this is one of the reasons I like being in the top alliance. I missed the discussion about the Borg. You've not, Benjamin. We on Sundays, we discuss any topic the community wants to discuss. So sometimes we hop around here, there, whichever way. But I mean, we haven't yet, and we still are. So like, I've got even the grading rubric, which I'm going to be using this grading rubric for the video tomorrow, where I'll be grading the Borg, the first arc, and I'll be basing it based off here. Like, for example, the officers. 2 officers are must-haves. Is this an A tier for officers? I don't know if I could say Galinar and Hugh are must-haves, but they're pretty damn good. If they run the heavy hitter event that includes FKR, Federation Klingon Romulan scoring, Hugh is a must-have. Anything that is a critical-based grind for hostiles, Hugh is a must-have. So Hugh is definitely a must-have. So at minimum, for example, I'm going to give 3 points and a B for officers, just as an example. It's going to vary based on some subjective stuff, but we tried to make it to where, and shout out again Archduke, who was helping with that, to make it as an objective analysis as possible. That way we're not just kind of like arbitrarily saying, well, I felt like it was a C, or I felt like it was a D, putting some things that we can actually measure behind it. And I think Gallinar is okay, but Gallinar's not amazing. I don't think he's a must-have. He is good to have, and I have Gallinar. And hell, I use Gallinar for, like, I put him below decks on the Vidar for grinding, and if I had enough officer spots, I would put him below decks on my Mantis. Maybe I will later on, but he was unattainable by most players. He's really not, Scott. I mean, is he easily obtainable? No. But it's month one. Again, month one, y'all. Month one sourcing. Do not expect to free-to-play pick up an epic officer. Now, is the Armada sourcing fantastic? I mean, no, but every 4 days, I'm getting about 4 shards of hue so far. I've gotten 8 shards I've pulled from the Armadas. It's just, and that doesn't count any events that have happened or battle pass. I have not hardcore pushed on a leaderboard. Like, I've not gotten like a top 5 finish or anything, and I am at 101 out of 120. Like, because of the sourcing that came out, I will have this officer within 3 weeks. No matter what, I'm going to have this officer within 3 weeks. That's pretty daggum quick sourcing. So, and I get being impatient, Scott, but this is a game that has to make money. And you don't make money by giving away the best thing that comes out each month immediately or for free. So, or at least free immediately. So we have an immediate sourcing path. Now the negative is that sourcing path is only for level 40 plus players, because it is requiring you to do the Borg Solar Armadas to do it. But there it is, what it is. You experience some great RNG if you're getting 1 shard a day with Armadas. That's the thing, Marty. I'm not. I'm getting better RNG with other officers. That seems to be about the average with everybody. Now that means, because it is RNG, somebody out there is probably getting screwed, which, Marty, you could be the one that's getting screwed. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not dismissing your feelings, because they're very valid. That frustration, everything is real, and I respect that. But that seems to be about the average, and I think it's 20 officer shards total per epic box pulled is kind of where it's been going, including all the rares and stuff that come in it. So, yeah, Hugo, I am trying to get top 10 in the Hue auction, but as I said, I'm really down to crystal on everything. I have some 3-star ore, but I'm really just stuck in my resources. I don't have a ton left. So, and then obviously I've got my pylum I've got to build into here in another month or so, so I don't need to blow all my materials, because I'm already heading to Ops 46. Like, it's in the oven. So, how do you get the comm badges for the officers in the event store? Money. Money, 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 money. Like, I'm surprised there was a leaderboard for the tokens, but technically leaderboards are spend events too. I do claim officer tokens as often as possible. I would have to have to get to Romulan space to pound heavy on Romulan ships. My current starbase location, I can barely reach it. Starbase location does not affect where your ships can go, Dustin, FYI. The only thing that affects that is your ship's warp range. So, like, your Tala is going to reach there regardless of where your base is stationed. In general, the get shards from chests isn't bad, but when it's one particular officer you want, RNG is poor, it hurts a lot. Well, again, they've got the chest set up, and I actually talked this with game design, how the chest needs to show the odds so that people won't be as frustrated. But you're guaranteed officer shards in all of the Armada loot chests that they came out with the Borg. Like, you are going to get officer shards. And I get epic shards every time. I've been getting 5 of 11, and Hue are the main ones I've been getting. You're going to get shards. You just might not be getting as many shards as you want to get, or the officer you're wanting to get. But the sourcing numerically is solid. So once people get 2-3 months into it, they're probably going to have a lot of officers. And then you're going to be complaining about, well, damn it, I don't have enough active nanoprobes and independent credits for this. So then our complaint's just going to shift to another, currency that we need, which, shocker. Big shock on that one. Hey, Galather, how you doing, Galather? I will teach you all the things that I know, my friend. For the art developer, you get 4 rolls for epic officer and 4 rolls for rare. I'm aware, but how many people attend those meetings? So. Hey, what's up, JTK? How you doing, bud? Everybody grinding their those are Swarm Sundays. Hey, Major Sam, good morning. I'd be happy if Ops 35 could get 5 of 11 from the uncommon chest if newer officers are locked behind the 40 wall. Well, again, uncommons are going to mostly focus on uncommon officers. Rares are going to focus mostly on rares. Epics, epics. So that's the logical thought process. Speaking of, I got to go do Borg solos today. You do have 2 rares in here, but look, I agree that sourcing should probably be more available for 35 plus instead of just 40 plus, but is what it is. Hey Scott, how you doing? About to do a triple pull on the Borg epic chest to see if I get good stuff. Robotsky, if it's decent, shoot me a screenshot. If it's not decent, well, jump on here and flame the hell out of Scopely and say how bad it is. Tell us how bad it is. Where is my Galinar, by the way? Like, Galinar sourcing this month has been surprisingly really good, y'all. Like, I know we don't talk about it as much because not everybody's like really in love with Galinar, but my Galinar's a tier 2.5. Damn. Obviously, I've got some money in the account. This account does have, I would call my level 45 account a dolphin, but small dolphin. But even a lot of free-to-play end up with Galinar. Like, he's just been in a ton of events. He's in the battle pass. Then you had what was the leaderboard paid out Galinar? So, it's not instant game. You're right, Wet Coaster, it is not. No, Ginaz already has some free to play. There you go. I didn't realize the free to play had him. Yeah, no, I didn't. I just said it. I realized several did. Hugo made me second guess. Yeah, there's several people who've managed to get Galinar free to play. And congrats, Sat Rock, on almost having the Katinga. I have mine, love it. Even though it's only tier 3, it's great. Mel, Oregon. Our weather is very Oregon-ish right now. I have very Oregon weather right now. All right, let's go hit a couple more and then we'll switch to 35. Screenshot. Oh, Robotsky, was it good? Does that mean it was good, Robotsky? Okay, you didn't get a lot of hue, but holy crap. Okay, I'm gonna let chat decide if this is good or not. So yes, now Robotsky, what pull was this? Was this a triple pull? This is the triple pull, right? Here's where Robotsky pulled. This is the triple epic pull. Now, sure, just going from it in the standpoint of hue, it sucked. Didn't get much hue at all. Got 1 hue. But a triple pull, look at everything else. 5 fluffies, 10 6, 5 11, 8 3s, 11 4s, 2 5s, and a hue. I mean, so like, this is why when I grade the arc tomorrow, hell, Robotsky, I might use this screenshot, because the problem with the Borg is not the loot drop. The problem with the Borg is not the loot drop. The problem with the Borg is the grind. And I think we got to make sure that we keep it right there. The problem with the Borg this month is the grind. This, if this can happen, this is better than my pull. If you can get something like this, this is a good mechanic. RNG can be terrible, but the problem is not this. The problem is the grind. And I think hopefully people will understand that, because when I get into tomorrow's video and we're talking about the feature, and here I'll put it up on the screen just to remind y'all the rubric that I will be using. It will be on the screen tomorrow. Features will cover highlights from the art patch notes, regular content, missions, frames, bugs, etc. will not be graded. It's not included. Battle Pass is included in the events grading. But just the feature absolutely adds to the game in a positive manner or benefits the game. This feature is a B, could be an A if they fix the grind. Now, the worst you can argue is a C. I don't think it detracts from the game. That's me. Objectively, it does not make the game worse. Your grind is worse, and we're going to get that fixed. But did it make the game worse? Because you can just choose to ignore it too. A lot of people do that. Hell, I spent 3 months ignoring the Mantis. So 2 months ignoring the Mantis. If you put it a C or a B, that's fair. I'm going to say it's a B that could be an A if they fix the grind. If they fix the grind, the shards, it's great officer sourcing because the Borg have been one of the hardest to source groups in the game for a long time, while also simultaneously being the Borg are arguably the best group as a complete group. Like in terms of officer groups, the Borg are arguably the best group in the game, just taking the group as a whole. So it's a positive addition that had a freaking awful grind mechanic with it. As long as that gets fixed, my grade will reflect positive. Alulum, how you doing? The Borg officer also have the best stats. Hey, Hugo, that's one of the reasons I praise them so much, is no matter what Borg it is, they have a better stat than like a rare counterpart or an epic counterpart. Strange New World's better than the Borg? They're not, David. I'm sorry, they're not. Strange New World is extremely useful, yes. But they are not one-to-one better than the Borg group. You have multiple Strange New World officers who don't even matter. Una is not even needed. Una is a complete waste. Even though I love Spock, Ortega, Unas, or Strike Team, Ortega, Strike, Strange New World, Uhura, etc. These are limited to what ships you can use them on. Very limited. Strange New World group is really good, but the best, most complete group in the game, stats and everything else, is the Borg. This is the most complete. Now, yeah, Grush, there are 2 Syndicate officers in the game. Grush by himself, and where is Mr. Mavery, who I don't even have yet? These by themselves do not override the entire Borg group. Because Borg affects everything. Borg works for PvE, armadas, there's mining officers in it, there's cargo, protected cargo. They have the best stats in the game. They are the most versatile, complete group in. So to have actual sourcing for all these is massive. It's massive. As the drop rate for the Borg solo directives increases, you level up. So the solo directive Grey Mauser is based on the tier of your Vidar. If you have a tier 9 Vidar, you will get 100 of those a day if you can do the turn-in. 100 a day if you can do the turn-in. So it's right here. You have to have a tier 9 Vidar though. Tier 1 through 8 Vidar only gives you like 6 directives. But tier 9 Vidar, you get 100 a day. You can do 1 uncommon a day. We're scoping more grinding in the grind more. Justin, I have no idea what that's supposed to say. I had an aneurysm reading it. We need more SLBs for older Borg officers, or this Borg arc makes no sense. First person to mention that. First to mention that. Alu, good to hear. Very happy to hear that. I miss your Borg solo video? No? I mean, you must have, because I've done a Borg solo video. I put out my Borg solo Armada video right when Armadas came out. Eagles or Niners? Go Niners. Been playing for almost 3 years and only 10 3 of 11 shards. That's a problem as free to play. Use your transporter pattern, sir. Like if you would have said that you desperately want 4 of 11, okay. But 3 of 11's right here. Go unlock her. Because if you've been playing 3 years, you should have transporter patterns. I don't see how you wouldn't. Right here. Source. She's also one of the newer ones. Right here. Go after her. Go to your resources tab and open the chest. That's bugging you, huh? You want me to collect my daily reward chest? It was bugging you? There you go. And, you know, it's very possible that David never realized, not David, who was it? Fight never realized that she was there, but she's in transporter patterns. Like, and she's worth dumping transporter patterns into. You only get them through Keensner. So Bite, if in 3 years you're only getting transporter patterns through Keensner, then you need to adjust your play. Several recommendations I would make. And this is what I tell all new players, because with my strategies, people in 6 months have got transporter patterns. You need to be grinding and pulling the Augment Awoken Chest 3 every single day. You max these out, you get 600 patterns a day, no matter what. Bam, 600 patterns. Immediately. Huge. That's just pulling that one chest a day. Then, if you are a lower level player, this is why I harp so much on pulling Federation recruits or Klingon recruits or Romulans to get the original sets maxed out. It's like my Romulans, all maxed. Nero, maxed. Vimit, maxed. Livus, maxed. Anytime a shard comes for them, bam, transporter patterns. Basic things that like will help your game long term. Because if you're relying on Kinsner, it means you're getting transporter patterns every 7 days. You're never going to get anything like that. So try to make some slight adjustments to your game, even if that means sacrificing something else. Stop doing your Mantis grind for a little bit. Strange New World officers are big. Yeah, I'm not saying that they're not. But if it's a time thing, stop grinding Mantis and go back and grind Augment so that you can start maxing out those officers. Because this gives you sourcing for so many things. Like, my Khan's finally maxed out. My Khan. It took me freaking forever. But transporter patterns help with that. 6 of 11 is going to be next on my list of getting maxed. 3 is actually on my list of getting maxed. So go back, adjust some of your gameplay, and that way you can start focusing on getting some of these done. And heck, even if you're in the 30s, you might want to adjust some of your faction credits and just dump a butt ton of them into these officers. I still got a max Kirk. I never went back and did that, but I also focused on a lot of Federation ships in the 30s and stuff. But, you know, go back in here and just start doing this. And that way you have 4 officers right here that all turn into transporter patterns. 75 each, 400 each, 300 each. 300 or 400. I always freaking forget when I say that. 300 or 400. So anyway, do all those different things, and then you can go from getting a few hundred transporter patterns a week to where you're getting 10 to 15,000, 400. Thanks, Kevin. 10 to 15,000. And then you're talking about unlocking 3 of 11 in 2 months. That's a big difference. So take that advice, run with it. And I understand that the game wants you to spend like 20 hours, but this is really that level of importance for you. And I think everybody listening, transporter patterns are one of the most important things in the game because you can source so many things directly. And there's so few ways to source things directly, right? So I would strongly recommend going for this and pushing it. Even if that means that you're sacrificing some of your faction credits and stuff like that, go for it. You won't regret it. The rep strategy with buying faction tokens every day made me 2 million transporter patterns, and I keep a buffer of 1 million for when they add something really good. Damn, Sapphire, you're doing better than I am at it. Good Lord. If I do my level, so they see I've got T'Pring maxed, Uhura's maxed, Vimit maxed, Krell, Azabur, Chang, Bones, Spock, Yuki, Khan, Mara, Kurla, Stan, and then let's see, Kumak is maxed. I haven't upgraded him. Livus is maxed, just haven't upgraded him. Moreau is maxed, just haven't upgraded her. Decius is maxed. Mirix is maxed, need to upgrade him. Nero's maxed. So Barrett's maxed, and hell, I'm behind what a lot of people are at. Like, I've got to actually Pan's maxed, obviously. Navi's maxed. Rima's maxed. But funny enough, my Kinsner, if he is maxed, I haven't done the math. I don't know if he's maxed or not. Oh man, I'm gonna assume no because it says 442. I'm now working on that last few officers that only need 300 shards for the next tier, and then I'm going to be working on maxing some of the TP officers. Nice Hellbot. Is 6 of 11 worth getting transporter patterns if I have them at tier 2? Yes. 6 of 11 is another one that you want to max. He's usable at tier 1, but he really starts taking off at tier 3. My Kinsner is maxed? Okay. It was just a weird number for it to end on. Yeah, that's definitely a max. Max out 6 of 11. It gets even better the more you dump into him. Or Kinsner. Does anybody even use Kinsner for anything? I want those ship parts. You test Picard, Bev, O'Brien? I don't need to test Picard, Bev, O'Brien. It works. I mean, if you're asking, does Picard boost O'Brien's ability? Yes. Yes. Away teams? I never even think of using it for away teams. It would be good for that. Yeah. I never think of it. Guess I should get around to doing that. Good defense stats, yeah. So let's jump back in. This has been productive conversation. Now, Carol is one that gets a lot of my focus. Carol's gotten a lot of love. So, no problem, Brian. That's what I'm here for. How many pylon BPs do I have? I think I'm at 115. I think I have 115 pylon BPs out of the 350 needed. So let's go take a look, just because people are always curious. My main account, how far am I at? Where am I at? By the way, real quick, shout out to Decix. Anybody that remembers Decix, he had won battle passes and stuff, but the highest free to play in the game just hit level 50 yesterday. Now, his ships, not super strong, but the highest level free to play in the game just hit 50. There's another free to play who was also at 49, but I don't think they've hit 50 yet. So, shout out Decix. I am at 116 out of 350. 116 out of 350, which handy dandy calculator. That is 116 divided by 350. I'm at 33%. I'm literally 1/3. I am literally 1/3. And then faction credits, I have got 190,000 ROM. Let's see, 184,000 ROM. 184,000 Romulan credit. Technics in his $5 treasury. Yep. He just hit level 50. How much would it cost me to buy the rest? Let's see. It's what was it, 1,500 per? Is it 1,500 per for the Gladius? Not the Gladius, the Pylum. I've got 184,000 divided by 1,500. So I could do 122. So plus 116. So I am 112 shards short as of right now. Is it? Oh, it's 1,450. Thank you. That actually does change it up a little bit because I got 184,000, 1,450. I got 126 plus 242. So I need 108. I need 108 more shards. Whether between away teams and faction credits, I need 108 more shards worth, which I can probably do in roughly a month. Hey, what's up, Nathan? Afternoon. So in total, I'm currently at about 242, 243 shards. You're gonna watch football today? Probably not. I've got a lot of work to do today. I got to prep for our video tomorrow. So, about the old CC? You mean the credit card? I have never used the credit card for a faction ship, like to buy the blueprints. They do sell those packs, but I've never done it for that. 7 million lat. I do have 3.5 million lat, Andy. You can do latinum to faction credits, but that's 50 to 1. That's a not great conversion rate. So even if we did that, Andy, I would still need another 50 shards if I include my latinum. For my first rare Borg solos this weekend, absolutely crept the bed. Damn, hardly made a dent. I've done the research. I think I have decent crews. Don't have issues with the solos. Then John, we need to figure out what you're doing wrong. If you've done the research, you should do, like, I actually do better against Borg than I do against regular Dominion solos. So we need to take a look at that. Drop 7 million lat to finish your Tribune. That's a lot of latinum, my friend. I've dropped like 400,000 latinum on this leaderboard through speed ups. That's a lot of latinum. Can't wait to get the TOS D7 refit for when I build my D4, trying to max my amalgam refinery to get it faster. Oh, Brian, I'm still waiting on that refinery. I can do the 41s, but not the rares. Took about 40% off of it. Now, as you go up to rares and epics, they do definitely increase in difficulty. Fish sticks or chicken strips? Fish sticks. My cap is level 50 epic Borg solos. Not bad for us 44. So, Robotsky, I got to go look. I think I just need to do some more boosting. But I got my butt kicked on the 50. I need to go back and see what I can change around to make it happen. Because I've seen some 44s do it. The only thing is, I don't have the strongest 4-star uncommons. I've got a tier 5 and a tier 3. Fish sticks and tar are God's food. I actually don't like tartar sauce or whatever. I don't like that. But I do love fish sticks. Now, I can definitely beat the 48s and stuff, but that 50 Epic smacks the crap out of me. So, make an alliance called fish sticks? No. I do love fish sticks. Fish sticks are great. Speaking of fish sticks, my kids eat fish sticks. And if y'all would like to help the kids eat fish sticks, hit the donate links. For those that don't know, content creators such as myself require and need and live off of donations from wonderful people like yourself. So if you're watching right now, $5, $1, $10, $1 billion. You are literally Elon Musk. Hit me up with some Twitter stock. Whatever you do, it's appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. You think I should skip the 42 ships and go to 46? Nope, I do not. Oh, dang, my donate link didn't even work. Rip. Rip. No, I do not think you should skip the 42s. I do not think you should skip the 42s. The only people who should skip 42s are heavy spenders who are going to fly and get multiple 46s. The introduction of solo armadas, I think it's far too important to get multiple ships so that you're always going through and getting everything you could possibly get in terms of like hitting up as high as you can. Because like my tier 3, I'm gonna post this link manually for those who want to contribute. You live off your income. David, this is what I do full time. So YouTube, Twitch, my full-time job. I'll support my family. John Paul, thank you. 13 months. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're liking the yeah. But as far as the 42s go, solo armadas, in my opinion, not just the Borg, the Dominion itself, are one of the most important mechanics the game's ever added, arguably one of the best mechanics the game's ever added. And if you really want to take advantage of that, skipping ships is no longer a strategy that we look at. Unless you're a spender. Unless you're a spender. So now, because Ming says DJ skip 42, DJ is also a heavy spender. Like DJ is a heavy dolphin. Not a whale, it's a heavy dolphin. So he's also what? Has he hit 50 yet? He spends a lot. Like DJ's advice is really good. DJ's advice also is centered a lot more around spenders than it is more of a free-to-play experience. If you're a free-to-play or a light spender, like you're spending $100 or less a month, do not skip the 42s. Don't do it. Unless you want to skip the Saladin. But even then, the whole idea with the Saladin, remember, because I know you're joking around, but I don't want people to take it seriously. It's not to skip the 28s. It's just that the Saladin might not be the 28 you want to pick. I'm not saying skip the 28s. I'm saying that you might not want to pick the Saladin if you're a free-to-play because it could slow down your gameplay. Alu, thank you so much for giving me that 20 Canadian. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. And Meme's right. DJ also did that before solos were a thing. I doubt DJ, he's not here to defend himself. I doubt DJ would skip the 42 uncommons if he was going into solo armadas right. I really doubt it. I really doubt it. So, Sally is Bay, don't scrap it ever. Dr. Juby, I literally just built a second Saladin so I could scrap it. The problem with solo armadas is I can do the Borg 41s, but not the Gemidar 40s, which is totally weird. Well, like I said, the big thing with the Fenris, thank you so much for signing up to be a cadet. The big difference is the research. And the Dominion ones, I rely more on cloaking and exocomps. Whereas with the Borg, the research kind of flies me through it. And the research, I can do that pretty daggone well. So it's just different strategies, but they're both very completable, if that makes sense. There's different strategies needed for each. Different strategies needed for each. Fed Rama is the easiest dual grind with Tiger Core. It is. And I purposely chose the harder grind, which has truthfully slowed me down. I grind Klingon Romulan. It's the hardest grind in the game. And it has definitely slowed me down a little bit. I don't regret it, but it has slowed me down. Sean Paul, I also want to give you a shout out because I see that you sent a donation to PayPal. So I'm going to add it up here on the screen. You're going to see it change. Thank you for supporting me and the kids. You're amazing. You're amazing. The 42s are more important now than ever because you're getting into solos and you will need/want the loot you can get from those getting to 46. And I do want to be clear that even though I'm saying get the 46s, get the 42s, I'm not saying I'm taking them high. But the best way I can describe it to people is I'm going to show you two ships. You tell me what you think would be more effective. Tier 8 Augur. That's the more officer slot. big obliterator weapon, or the tier 3 Katinga, which tier 3 Katinga you can basically get for free. Very little uncommon, but tier 3 is almost no officer slots. I've got what, 2 officer slots? Yeah, 2. Which do you think is better? Spoiler, it's the Katinga by a long way. This thing outperforms my Epic, my Augur, and my Enterprise by a lot. By a lot. Big reason? All health. It just comes out of the gate, monster stats. Now, in a PvP situation, my Augur is better. In a PvP situation, my Augur is better. But in solo armadas, Katinga has, I literally, as soon as the Katinga out the dock, I went up to the next set of armadas. Like I was doing 44s, immediately doing 46, just because I had the whole health of another 4-star ship. That's the biggest difference. At PvP, my Augur will walk that Katinga to New York and back by itself. But that's the big difference for solos, is these 4-star uncommon ships have naturally higher base stuff like whole health. So you're gonna do better. Was the USS Kelvin good for? It looks pretty. Any chance we can see when they offer the rep packs again? I would love them to do it, and I can ask. Certainly can ask. Also, I gave a shout out of says representing the Gingers. John, thank you. John also just donated to the family. John, thank you for supporting me and my kids. For helping feed 3 small children. Eli, Alora, and Elias. All appreciate you. But we call Elias JT for James Tiberius. Those that don't know, chat helped name my children because I'm one of those weirdos. So, yeah. The Kelvin is great because it kind of looks like a Saladin. There you go. There you go. And John, I appreciate you. I don't want to put out your last name, but since you outed yourself, thank you, John. I do appreciate it. I built the Augur for cheap PvP. And see, that's the thing. The Augur is legitimately a great PvP ship. And if I'm picking what PvP ship do I send to territory, the Augur or the Katinga, it's going to be the Augur. But for solo armadas, which is what we were really focusing on, solo armadas, just having a brand new 4-star is going to feel better than your high tier 3-star Epic. How well does 2 Sallies supporting 1 Constitution do for your solos? Constitution? First of all, Constitution is not a class, but I would love it if it was. I guess you're talking about the Enterprise. I guess the Kelvin movie is still a Constitution class. It's just very different than the Constitution class I grew up with. I mean, it can do well. The problems of 28s having solo armadas, the Saladin can make a lot of damage, but it is like a paper mache massive cannon. It does not have the hull stats to survive very long in solos if the solo starts targeting it. Now, there is a little bit of RNG here because you never know where the Solar Armada is going to attack. Like, you can't make the Solar Armada attack your Enterprise instead of the Saladin. So it's a glass cannon. It will blow the ever-loving crap at that solo, but if the solo even looks at that Saladin, puff of smoke, gone, absolutely gone. Elulim, thank you so much for more fish stick money. I do have 3 kids. So I have a 5-year-old, my son Aliflet. He is autistic, but he is amazing. Absolutely love that dude. I have a 2-year-old daughter. Her name is Alora. She's about to turn 3 here in a couple months. I guess I should stop calling her 2. And then my 3rd child is my son JT. So his name is Elias James Tiberius. Yeah, I'm a family man. I went and got old and had kids. We need a rom-com for Solar Armadas. Perfect. Guess I'll do missions today. My list is getting long. I have a long list of missions too. I got to finish this month's missions. I never even finished this month's missions, which is another event I missed out on. I didn't finish this. That's already run through. Already over. I do need to go do this though. I need to get the Infinitus Skin. I need to finally get the Infinitus Skin. I have a 9-year-old named Marcus, and my fiance's daughter is 9, also named Hannah. Well, very Star Trek names. Very Star Trek. Are we pro grinding all day? Why are you pro grinding all day? Are you just trying to save up? You should have fixed the grind this month instead of having us wait. Sure, Fonz, I agree. But we both know Scopa doesn't do it. Also, Thomas, thank you. I just got it on my phone. It just came. Thank you, Thomas. I'm going to put it on the screen. We appreciate everybody who supports the kids, everybody who supports me and the family. Thank you. Put it up here. Thomas, you're amazing. Thomas, you're freaking awesome. Thank you for supporting me and the family. Woo! I really just need to activate the alerts here on YouTube so y'all can actually see the stupid meme. You would be willing? David, you'd be willing for what, man? What would you be willing for? I do love the Constitution skin. I mean, if y'all want to go look at it, I do have it. Like, if y'all want me to show off the cool things I've collected in 4 years of Star Trek, here you go. It is one of the best things they've ever released. This skin is beautiful. The one problem it has is this freaking nacelle exhaust that makes no damn sense. But in terms of the skin itself, this is beautiful. Like, this is screenshot, put it on your desktop wallpaper, beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Actually, we're going to get it out. We want the dock out the way. The dock is making it ugly. The dock is in the way. But let's move it out of the dock so we can see it without the stupid ugly dock. She is gorgeous. And look, I hate to be that gamer, but look, we don't have any cell exhaust now. I hate to be that gamer, but I'm literally the type of person who would spend money just for a cosmetic like this. Like, I would have spent 20 bucks on this. I really would have. Like, it's fish stick money, be damned. This is gorgeous. Did I get that accidentally? No, I went after this. I did not get this accidentally. I went after this. Would you ever do a fish stick mukbang? Like 100 fish sticks? Oh my God. I've never been asked that. That is Twitch content, so maybe Twitch. You want to see the Constellation skin? Now the Constellation skin I might have accidentally got. I don't remember. Roland's, there is no current plan of Spock's Club being fixed. It is down indeterminately, or indefinitely, rather. But what? Let me put the skin on real quick. This came out when the original series came out, and they were doing the Doomsday event. You can still get this through the amalgam, but it's also a beautiful skin. Like the damage on and everything, it looks really good. Now this one I think is the one I accidentally got. I don't if I remember right. But I went after the Enterprise one. This is gorgeous. It's also, I mean, it's a damaged skin. Like, I remember buying models as a kid. Like, you'd buy a Gundam that had damage on it, battle damage. And I love this. It looks so cool to me. I know we're not even talking about the game directly now. We're bragging about Rev skins. But it's just absolutely beautiful to me. See, I'm a huge Star Trek fan. If y'all didn't know, I actually have a Constellation right behind me. Like, can y'all see it? There's literally a Constellation class right here. See it? This is literally what's in the game. Right there. So, I've also got Enterprise D, which I do not have, which is in the game, but I don't have it. I love the Constitution class. So. Would be an idea to add the cost calculations to STFC. What do you mean, Roland? What do you mean? Like what Spock's Club does, but do it in game? Fed hater has fed ships. I'm not a Fed hater, I'm just a Klingon lover. I do think that the Feds are super overrated and that I want Star Trek as a whole to focus on more content that isn't human Federation based. But anyway, I have a hard time accepting the Defiant being an interceptor class. That's literally what an escort is, Dustin. Like, it was literally an interceptor in the show, and that's what it was designed to be. Good morning, Godfather Triple. How you doing? How about a shout out, Rev? Cheese stick budget money. Shout out Scott for the cheese stick budget money. I don't know what that means, but thank you. What does that mean? I feel like I should know what that means. I do have to give another thank you out though. To Mark. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate this. I'm gonna put it here on the screen here in just a second. Cheese stick. Okay, Mark. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. Also, you're going to make our OCD friends very happy, I think. No, actually, I think this actually makes it worse. But thank you. Adjusting on the screen. We'll see what it looks like in a second. I wanted to ask you, should I camp 16 until Envoy is full or move towards the Franklin? I would actually say Alu, the best thing to do if you're in the teens is get close to 18, 19, because you really want to get the Franklin as quickly as possible. Get the Franklin, get the Botany Bay. You're going to want both of those. Go ahead and go probably all the way to 19. You don't eat fish sticks? What? You communist. Gotta be a dirty commie. Gotta be a dirty commie. Speaking of, Scott, I just saw that it came through, so let me just say a big thank you here. I'm going to put it up on the screen. Thank you for supporting me and the family with your communistic ways. No fish sticks is definitely communism. It's confirmed. No fish sticks is communism. Thank you. I appreciate you. Really do. I think there was another one here. I don't want to miss anybody. Thank you. Gary also put it up there. Gary, thank you. Every little bit helps, and y'all are just really making my Sunday feel so great. Thank you. Really appreciate this. More game questions, though. Game questions. Fish sticks joke is from South Park. Oh, well, did they make a South Park joke about fish sticks? Because I've never really watched South Park. Chicken fingers or steak fingers? Chicken fingers. Did any of the recent changes to the event brackets change when you should camp? Well, that's the thing, Traction. They haven't changed. This month's brackets are the original brackets. I fought really hard for that. Can't guarantee that's what it is for the future, but the brackets that you have right now are the original brackets. So, Origin, by the way, thank you. Felt guilty hearing all the donos and not being one. Thank you for donating $5 to my family, Origin. I appreciate you. Thank you. G-Naz. Can't go anywhere. You gotta stay. Oh, well, nice, Wet Coaster. Thank you. That's why I don't like to throw out last names. I don't want people to end up getting doxxed unintentionally. Should my noobness go for the D3 ASAP or wait a little to the borders instead? So my opinion on the 26s is do not build the 26s past tier 1. Only use them for cloaking. The reason being is the 26s really only have value at level 34 for scrapping. But there's a bunch of efficiency research that you unlock between 26 and 34. So if you actually wait to do the upgrades for it, it's cheaper to upgrade at 34 than it is at 26. 28s are superior in every battle mechanic way to the 26s. So you can build a 26 if you got the extra faction credits just to get the cloaking and start pulling the cloaking daily. But I would not upgrade a 26 until level 34. Personal choice. Personal choice. When will Scopely add a self-destruct button? I don't know of any plans for that, but it has been suggested by players before. Can we push for a Nurse Chapel from Strange New World Avatar? If they revisit Strange New Worlds, which, hey, they could do this year. There's a new season coming out. Maybe. By the way, just a reminder, you do get transporter patterns for these once you max out Mara and Khan Storm Sunday. You get transporter patterns. You can actually confirm that because if you remember my transporter patterns at the beginning, we were talking about them. We go click it. I'm at 9,000 now. Oh, you can't see them, but I was at 6,000 before. Now I'm at 9,000. And then Star Trek Picard Season 3 starts in February. There's so many things coming out in February. I got Picard Season 3. I've got Company of Heroes 3 coming out. And then one other of my games is coming out. I'm really excited for February. I personally would like to see some crossover stuff from the Orville. Will never happen, Alu, just because of IP. You know, Paramount is very strict about what this game can put in it, so they'll never have non-Star Trek IPs that I could ever see happening. But that is a good show. Hogwarts Legacy is also February, and I also want to get that. Watching Last of Us? Haven't watched it, no. Your con is only 342 out of 880. Don't worry, Box. You're going to get there, buddy. You're going to get there. Disney now has Orville? Really? I didn't know Disney had the Orville. That's interesting. But I haven't really watched Orville since season 1 just because of the time thing. I did think it was good. Giant recommendation? The last giant recommendation this chat gave me was probably The Expanse, and I watched The Expanse, and it was really good. By the way, everybody, if y'all are here, there's 350 of y'all here. Hit the like button if you're sitting here. I appreciate it. A Fox deal? Nice. On Disney Plus? I'll have to check it. I do have Disney Plus. Mostly for Marvel stuff, but I have Disney Plus. I'm a huge Marvel fan. So somebody did just buy me on my Amazon wish list. They bought me a Batman comic. How much long am I streaming for today? Probably 20 minutes, maybe 30. I've got a couple of things I got to do today. We usually stream about an hour and a half on Sundays. I've also got to get tomorrow's video prep, where we will be going over the grading using our rubric for this month. So we got to do that. So we're going over communication. We'll be going over the event calendar, go over features. There wasn't a ship, so we'll ignore the ship. We'll go over officers, and we'll just talk about the arc as a whole using our grading rubric, and hopefully everybody else is using it too. So like all of our grades kind of line up close together. Get more of a YouTube short still. So just in all transparency, I don't know. In January, nothing's really changed about my channel. And this has been an issue going across YouTube. So everybody's trying to figure out what's going on. But my income on YouTube, which is already not great, dropped 22%. So all the YouTubers are trying to figure out, is this because of YouTube shorts coming out, which are monetized now, or is this a different problem? So I'm kind of like in a holding pattern on shorts, because if it's going to murder my income, because I don't have a massive YouTube channel, y'all. I'm not making a butt ton of money. I'm supporting my family. I'm very happy to do what I'm doing, but I'm also not like, just like, oh, lose 20%, no big deal. It's a big freaking deal. So I am putting a lot of short stuff. If y'all like short form content, I've mostly been putting like funny stuff on TikTok. And I know people know I'm not 12 years old. I don't have TikTok. Cool. Well, I'm doing it on TikTok, and I might end up doing it on YouTube Shorts, seeing how the YouTube thing works out. I got to really see what's causing that to happen. Is Twitch more lucrative? It depends on the month, John. So the best way I can describe it to people is YouTube is more predictable in terms of like, if I know if I'm putting out a video every day, etc., more predictable. YouTube, though, doesn't have the peaks that Twitch can have. Like, there can be a Twitch month where Twitch just goes really good. Like, people donate subs and bits, etc. And then there's a month where it doesn't do very well at all. So, but a separate RevDuce Shorts channel help? Not really, Sugar. Like, not to sound like a content creator who's ungrateful, but you can't just make another YouTube channel and make money. You have to have 1,000 followers on YouTube and 4,000 watch hours. So if I made a separate YouTube channel, I would literally be making content for no money. So and this is just me being transparent. This is not me being ungrateful. I just feel like content creators should be pretty transparent. This is what I do for a living. Y'all are involved in it. Y'all should know how it works. So I'm grateful for my YouTube income. I'm grateful for my Twitch income. I'm grateful for the donations, which is a big portion of it. And this is just me telling y'all how it works. So I like YouTube Shorts. I want to do more. But if they're the reason that my income went, then I'm not going to do it. So. Do we have any last part with no event store? Are you asking, have we ever had an arc before that didn't have an event store? Yes. Any arc that is only 2 months long has never had an event store. Origin, dude, you have to send me pictures. I want to see the basement in a wood shop now. That sounds freaking cool. That sounds dope. When scrapping the Stella, does it matter about level or more about tier? Both. Like you need both. So I did a video about that, if y'all are curious. By the way, I'm going to show you proof. Here is proof. Actually, somebody get ready to clip this. Get ready to clip this. So I have, right now, we're going to go take a look. How many transporter patterns do I have? Because so many people still ask me about this. 9,125. 9,125. Now, if we blow this up, we should get transporter pattern. 9125. And collect. So we got 5 of that. So that would be what? 375 for Mara, and then what, 2,000 for Khan. Oh, looky there, it worked. So, just for, because it's come up several times. Do you actually get transporter patterns? You do get transporter patterns for Form Sunday. You do get transporter patterns for Form Sunday. You still have a captain's course? I do, David. Hey, anybody that donates to the channel, like the people who donated today, and thank you again for all those who donated. I do have a special channel for those people. So there's the link to the TikTok if y'all want to join. Any spoilers for the next arc? No. I will drop hints this upcoming week, but I don't have any spoilers. I don't do spoilers. The Ferengi didn't have one, but they did do the Dabo tokens. That's true, K9. They did do the Dabo tokens. That's what I'm here for, George. In fact, transporter patterns would make a great YouTube short. I got to figure out how that's working. And what I might do is I might put that information on TikTok. Right now, TikTok is mostly just goofing off funny stuff. Did the person that suggested that you didn't get TPs for Swarm Sunday get grief? Yeah, a lot. They actually got told not to make that video. Whatever. I'm just here to tell y'all how it works. How do you get once you donate? So David, just send proof of your donation to myself or a moderator and you'll be given the role. You don't have to like put out any like damning information. You don't have to dox yourself. Just send screenshot proof that you did donate to PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. I'm level 24 and still don't have a second ship repair queue. When do I get it? The second ship repair queue is purchasable only one. Something that you have to buy. It's optional, obviously, and the game does give you a crap ton of repair speed up. You don't necessarily have to have it, but it is purchase only. There is, Alu. There is. In my Discord. And I'm very appreciative of those who donate to my channel. You're supporting my family. So like I try to do whatever I can for those who do that. I really do appreciate it. But anyway, I just want to make sure everybody sees things working how they're supposed to, because this game has enough bugs. But I want to make sure y'all see that if you're expecting something, you are getting it. Just moved to 40. What are the allegiance tokens? So Jean-Paul, I call them photon tokens. But essentially what an allegiance token is, because that's what they were called in the beta program. When you turn in a 7-day, you get a token. And then every 4 weeks, you then can do these, which allows you to get a 30-day chest. So back in the old days, what it was is you actually had to save up 30 of these and just never get the 7-day, and then you got the 30-day. But they experimented starting with server 51, if I remember right, these tokens that were called photon tokens that they renamed allegiance tokens. Photon token, damn it. That now you get both chests every month, which is a nice increase to the economy. You're getting the 7-day chest every week and the 3rd-day chest. So it's one of the economy improvements. Any idea when Dry Dock H is coming back to purchase? Probably not until they fix it, Bose. I'm not sure if you're aware, but there's actually a bug with that. So they pulled it because there's a bug that if you bought it and you're level 50 plus, your base can't be attacked. So. I have 2 Devores and just reached max level on my 1 Devore. Now I have a refinery Devore parts. If I scrap the Devore, will I lose it? No. So once you make it to like Devore tier 9 in the refinery, it stays there. If you scrap that Devore, you will not lose the refinery. Oh, it's fixed already? It might have been. I think it actually was. So correct me on that. I actually think it was. But which is why we're running incursion. But that's why it was pulled. I don't know when it will come back. I did not do the PvPs and finish 100 short. Well, David, that is 100% completion needed. Now, I didn't come close to finishing. I didn't come close. Because if this was an animated frame, I would have pushed harder. But this is 100% completion needed. You had to do every single event, every SMS that required it to finish. So you could do it, but it required you to sit there and do every single event. And I wasn't going to. If that frame had been animated, I would have. Yeah, I would have if that had been animated. Any news about the amalgam refinery being faster? I don't even think that's been brought up. I mean, we brought it up. I don't think they are discussing it. I hate spending lap for ship XP on surveys. Hopefully they start sourcing more XP. Hopefully. I'm actually going to speed up this Saladin because we have got Benefit going on right now. So you get to see a Saladin coming out the dock. Just so I can scrap it after I level it up. But for now, I was going to be dumping a ton of resources into it. Look at that. Pizza cutter coming out the dock. Hey, pizza cutter. Aren't you just a pretty pizza cutter? There's your pizza cutter, everybody. How do we get to your donation channel with special videos, I guess? Well, Brandon, like I said, anybody that donates, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, just send verification of that to myself or the moderators in Discord, and you'll get added to the channel. You can spend Latinum to get ship XP. You can spend Latinum to get ship XP, independent credits, faction credits. You can do it for all those things. I'm not necessarily saying I would recommend it, but you can. Sorry, I really want to upgrade this building. Like anytime I can do this upgrade, I want to do this upgrade. Going up to a level 26 armory. Good ship Lollipop. Nice, Scott. That's actually a good one too. You hungry for pizza? Same. Haven't had pizza in a while. I'm dual lock. Do I have to triple if I don't want the third epic? I mean, Mo, the biggest reason for me to try faction lock is one, you'll never need speed ups again in your life. Two, officer sourcing is big. Faction credit sourcing is big. I really can't think of there being a knock of not having a third. The only drawback, there's literally one drawback to not having a third faction. And that's that you can't auto grind that faction. Like you can't just send your ships to auto grind that territory. That's the literal only negative. And you're right, Fitness. One of the reasons I was excited. Like I saw it and I wanted it. I saw it and I wanted it. Yay! 26 armory. Boom! Legionary, D3, Mayflower skins that I don't care about. But I got them. Actually, do I have a Mayflower laying around? Oh, I got a Mayflower scrapping. Got a Saladin. Do I have a D3? Oh, that's a hijack D3. Do I have any ship that can show off these refits? Nope. I have nothing I can do to even poo. Well, anyway. There we go. I've got the new bonuses. So. I don't have any of the ships to use it with. I have to build some more. Yeah, I can't do a Legionary, even though it's what I need to do, because I'm saving every last faction credit I can for the pylon. But I have now unlocked, I've got the North Star Automated Defense, the Horizon Automated Defense, and then the Assaults for D3, Legionary, and Mayflower. I mean, they're neat. I would appreciate them more if I was like in the 30s or something. Top 28 should use 17,000 in patterns to unlock 6 of 11 early. Edward, that's a pretty good thing to spend it on, yeah. Whether you know, how much you do armadas, I'm assuming a lot. But I would say yes. I would say yes. Oh, I actually got to ban a spammer real quick. Ban, go away. Don't like spammers. All right, in the JJ verse, just when TOS fleet would have fit into the universe. Nice, Tess. Nice damage boost, but it's too short for the cooldown. Yeah. Again, it's a nice thing to like do a quick punch up, but I'm not super excited about it. But I am super excited about the bonuses. Again, this is what I really care about. These bonuses. That's what I really cared about. That's why I want to upgrade it. But there you go. My Katinga just sitting here all pretty. Get my Stella out there. I did unlock it 2 days ago. There's a bug with the refits. If you use one of the refits, the ship will give you a destroy bug when you fix it. You know. Is there a reason to not use PMC on the Mantis? Yeah, you don't really need to. The Mantis grind is all about the exocomps. And you can do a hull breach run to magnify the critical power, but you don't really need PMC grinding Mantis, especially because you're focusing on an interceptor anyway. You're trying to get the Apex hostiles, which isn't an energy weapon. So PMC is actually not something I usually would recommend running against or with the Mantis. Am I buffering? Nope, no buffer. No Comcast today. What's PMC? PMC stands for Pike Marode Chin. It is the go-to hostile grinder in the game, like the hostile grinding crew. Like that is the hostile grinding crew in the game. But everybody uses. I have another 45. That one uncommon. So all these are at 45. By the way, I hit 50 million power yesterday, which I know means nothing, but it's cool to me. I hit 50 million power as a player. I just think is bee's knees. Yeah, I go cargo crew as well, Ming. I go 5-4 Stan, Strange New World, on below decks. What I go for in my Mantis. That's what I go. So, Mayflower finished scrapping tomorrow. I wish I could see the Mayflower scrapping, but I can't. I mean, I can see this. I already count this as seeing the Mayflower scrapping. Then after that, as soon as this finishes up, I got to work on leveling these Saladins. I got to scrap the Saladin. I got another max Sally, so I've got 3 Sallys, 1 max. Not going to scrap that jelly. And I've got a bunch of random ships. Lots of level 1s. And Galnar below deck. So Scott, I'm waiting to get another officer slot before I do that. You'd love scrapyard speed ups? Everybody would. It ain't happening, but everybody would. Everybody would love that. Nice, Cryo. Good job. Awesome. Get a chance to see the new streaming setup. Looks great. Thanks, Slag. This is, again, I don't plan on using this for YouTube. I just didn't feel like pulling the green screen out. So this is what I was streaming with on Twitch last night, which y'all have not joined. Twitch, if you want to get to know me as a content creator and just as a person, YouTube is usually mostly informative stuff, just mostly information. But for information and fun, head over to the Twitch when we stream there. Any tips for leveling ships fast? Fast isn't really an option, sadly. But what you could do, one of your options could be auto grinding and augment space. Just leave your ship, like just send it there, like when you're doing something else. Just send it over here in this little gold area and let the bounty hunters bang away at it because you get XP for just slowly doing those. You also have exocomp boosts that are good to help out. You do have a crew that's good. Like one of the few reasons to maybe upgrade Pike. Because you don't need to upgrade Pike. Like Pike's good tier 1. You don't need to. But a reason to upgrade Pike, see mine's tier 4, is to increase the officer ability that he has for ship XP. Also have, if you don't remember, in your fleet command skill tree for Admiral Kirk, he also has a boost to increasing ship XP from hostiles, which I need to go upgrade some more. There you go. So I've got mine at tier 9. So there you go. Several different things. The main answer is you just need to go blow up against ships. You need to go fight ships repeatedly. But there are a few different things to speed up that process. And there's a couple of other researches as well. Start building. Get something going. I hate there being nothing. When will they unlock fleet command selectables? What do you mean, Roland? What do you mean? Exo boost use the 500%. Let's see what exos I have laying around. Let's cargo. Yeah, I've got 4 500 ship XPs sitting right here. The rep ones are the ones I like the most. I need to actually use that more often. But Exos are good. I used to really crap on exos, but the more they've added that are actually useful, the more I like them. I actually need to pull this. I wanted research speed. Dang. I don't know if I missed it, but where can I get Strange New World Lawn? Missing here about 2 shards. There is not a open sourcing way. Incursion? Not incursion. They just ran, I think, an event for sourcing her, but she's not in the Mantis. Oh, Strange New World Lawn is not in here. The only ones in here are like the grind set. Strange New World is currently not available. Yeah, last time was in the event store. Yeah, it's why she's not there. I don't know. Something to bug the devs about at some point, right? Also, gotta go to those Borg solos. I do not need to forget to do my solos. I want to do more pulls, but I can't do my epic pull for 3 more days. So. How does the Mantis Venom Puncture work? Pop. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Oh, there we go. Venomous Puncture. Cybernetic Augmentation is the name of its ability. Oh, Mantis. Wrong ship. I don't know why my head thought Vidar. Okay, Mantis. Are you talking about this ability? So you hit another player's ship with this ability, and these are the effects that they get. Simple as that. These are the effects they get. For me, that is going to be based on your ship's level and tier and stuff like this, but they won't be able to warp. They can still be discoed out, but they can't warp. Don't tell me the music was off. They can't warp. Less critical chance, less critical damage, less shots, and delays weapon firing for the first round. But that will vary based on where your Mantis is at. Mine's tier 5, obviously. I don't have a... I did upgrade the cargo bay, that's about it. I don't really push the Mantis very hard, upgrade-wise. Anyway, that's what it does, and that's how long it lasts. Hugo, he could do that. He could do that. He absolutely could. Breakfast sausage or bacon? Neither. If I had to pick one, I'd pick bacon, but honestly, neither. Kind of cool to be able to use the Mantis on gold bosses. It would be extremely useful. The word you're looking for is freaking useful. I agree it would be useful. Don't see it happening, but I agree it would be hecky useful. It would. Very useful. Very useful. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up here for the day. And does the Mantis Sting work on Armada's Reds? Not. Only players, James. We're going to wrap up. I'm going to be live on Twitch tomorrow night. Also, I have a video out tomorrow. And I'm in my Discord every day. If you've not joined my Discord, well, you should join my Discord. Why? If you haven't joined my Discord, I don't know. It is the place to be. There's 19,000 of us crazy Trekkies in there. We play a lot of games. So come join there. Everybody's more than welcome to send me a message. If you're ever like, well, he's probably busy. You know what? You're probably right, but I don't care. Shoot me a message. I try to respond to everybody that I can that shoots me up privately, whether Facebook or on Discord. And then I know I'm kind of harping on things because they do or encourage you to join things. But if you haven't yet, come follow me on TikTok. That way you can just get little spurts of rev, little funny moments here or there. I would really appreciate any feedback y'all have on any of these platforms. Trying to do as much as I can, not only do y'all learn more about Star Trek Fleet Command, but to enjoy it. Last but not least, hit the like button on your way out. It really does help the channel. And leave a comment. If you have any questions, post. Appreciate every single one of y'all. Live long and prosper. Stay safe for those Space Cowboys. Deuces, that's me. Catch you on the next one. And we're just going to roll out. We don't even need an outro or anything, but I'll give you the outro. Here you go.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.